Do either of you feel you are particularly skilled in the area of infiltration?
I've had a little bit of practice with it.
Practice?
Yes.
I assume you mean experience in the field and not that you simply practice breaking into things.
No. There was some training that I had in the past that allowed me to infiltrate. I know the strategies that can be employed. I wouldn't say I'm an expert by any means.
Well, to answer your question, I've had both training and field experience.
Very well then, I shall allow one of you, or both, whichever you find to be preferable, to take the lead on this. I am more suited to infiltrating security systems, um, rather than a physical building.
It's likely we will need you to do that.
Of course. However, it may be that we need to gain access to the building before we will have access to a security terminal. It may not be, but if it is, I shall take a back seat, as they say.
Right.
You seem apprehensive.
I am a little.
Why?
Well,
Then it seems we had best proceed and gain more information.
is the car still around or has it returned back?
Do you see it? Faye is looking at the car and looking at Nyx.
We found it. Next, we'll walk over.
I was not aware it was missing. And Faye will enter the car as well.
My hugs appear to be acting up slightly.
Harper will go to the car.
There is a car park at the south, a perimeter fence. There is 3 single-story buildings that form a rough triangle sort of shape. They are all connected. You can see there is a couple of guards outside. They are armed, and they seem relaxed, but they are alert. You can see some cameras that are on the external areas of the building. The perimeter fence does not appear to be unscalable, but if the cameras are operable, you will probably be seen. You can also see the edge of a Zen garden. It can be seen peeking from under a concrete slab that seems to be used as a landing pad. There are 10 cars you can see in the car park, and all appear silent.
There are cameras on the perimeter of the compound. I am going to attempt to see if I can hack into anything without making physical contact. It can be more difficult, however, that is not to say it is an impossibility. And Faye wants to try and see if she can hack anything from afar. Faye continues to sit there staring into space at nothing for a few moments, and then she suddenly appears more present and aware of her immediate surroundings, and she will say, "We have 40 minutes during which the security system will not register our presence. I was not able to shut it down, as doing so would be very obvious. However, for the next 40 minutes, it will not register us as anything to be concerned with. It is rather complex, and I do not know if I will be able to extend this time period if I try again at a later point. So I would suggest whatever we do it quickly."
Makes sense to me. Kind of creepy that you can just do that.
I cannot always. I did inform you there was the possibility of not succeeding.
Still.
I believe I have done my part for the time being. I did state that I would be letting someone else take the lead for all physical infiltration.
Fair enough. Suppose I can lead the way then. Harper, are you ready to go?
He is ready.
Alright then. Aleph, trail behind a bit, but keep close.
That is not my name or designation.
Yeah. Just don't... good job with the cameras and all, but don't make noise, you know? And Nyx is going to sort of jog up to the fence with their combi rifle out.
Okay, they will follow.
To set the scene, the fence is a 6-foot wire fence. You can see a guard in between building 2 and 1. He's leaning against the wall, but he's not always looking at the fence line. He's sometimes looking down. He sometimes takes out his communication device and he's looking at it. He looks around, he looks down.
Okay, so as you start to hop the fence, Nyx grabs the Nyx grabs kind of like the edge of your combat uniform and points to the guard on the other side of the fence.
While you instructed me to be quiet, I would like to point out this is a wire fence and we can be seen from this side.
All right, then let's rush him at the same time and try and take him out before he sees us.
Do you require assistance?
We should be fine, but if he sees us...
That was what I meant by, do you require assistance? Perhaps I could attempt interference with his communication device to draw attention.
That's a good idea. I mean, yeah, whatever. You do that.
Very well, I shall make an attempt. Faye wants to hack stuff again. I roll for it.
I assumed you were going to hop the fence while he was distracted.
Yep.
See if he even
Thanks.
is. He's not. Not at all.
Hey, well, we don't exactly know that. Yep.
So Nyx is going to vault the 6-foot fence, fairly agilely land on the other side, and begin dashing towards the guard while their back is to them.
Give me a stealth roll.
So Nyx and Harper from the shadows approach the guard.
Harper will approach, tap on his shoulder, and go, "Hey, buddy."
The guard, startled, spins around, drops his phone, looks at you.
Nyx runs up behind the guard and wraps their arm around his neck and begins to choke him, and he falls to the floor, to the ground, unconscious.
Harper will pick up his handgun, take the mag out, throw it away, and then pull the slide back, ejecting the bullet.
Faye will hop over the fence and catch up to the other two. I see you did not require assistance.
What do you mean? Didn't you help?
I said I would make an attempt. And I did.
I see, and it didn't work.
That is correct.
Well, Nyx grabs the legs of the guard, begins to drag them into a bush.
There are multiple buildings on this compound. Where do you believe we should start?
Right here, and he will pick up the guard radio. Well, that's interesting. No one's talking on the channel.
Perhaps they have nothing to say.
That is probably good news.
Where do we begin?
I believe we should look for an entryway into that building there.
Very well.
Breaking windows are pretty loud, and I assume they also have alarms.
I do not believe that breaking a window would be wise.
Then we'll have to circle the outside of the building and look for another way in.
After you.
I mean, this front door isn't always the smartest option.
Thinking we could circle counterclockwise.
That's fine by me.
That way we stay away from the parking lots area.
Please, lead on.
Nyx will have their gun drawn and continue around the outside of building 2, looking for a way in.
As you're coming around the corner at the top of building 3, you can see a guard is walking towards you.
quick, take cover.
All right. Faye will press herself against the building.
There's a guard making their way up to where we are.
And he comes round the side of the building. And as there's no real cover, notices the three of you flattened against the building.
Yeah.
But you are really, really lucky that it's 2d20. Because it's initiative. But a player goes first.
Correct.
Yay!
Nyx is going to jump from cover and try and punch him in the face. And as he's letting out his cry, Nyx is going to run up and punch him in the throat to have him stop to cut off his scream mid-sound.
He staggers back a couple of feet, but he remains on his feet. And he's trying to get his bearings.
Well, Harper will go over and try to pistol whip him. Well, after Nyx punches him, Harper will flip his pistol around and run at him and pistol whip him. Straight in the side of the face. Just knocked out cold, straight into the grass.
Okay, yeah. Nyx will remove all of the bullets from the gun, toss the magazine to one side, the gun to the other.
You have not heard any alarms, and there is no one else that you can see on the outside.
And Nyx will drag the guard's body behind the wall so it's not immediately seen by anyone looking out the windows or any other guards that might be circling. I think we're still good. Let's circle around the outside. See if we can make our way in.
Very well.
And you arrive at the path.
Sticking close to the building, Nyx will kind of make their way around the outside. And look for any guards in the courtyard.
And you see one on the far side, on top of the landing pad.
Okay.
Alright. We got one guard in the courtyard. We could probably slip into one of these doors here without being noticed by them. Or we could take them out so we don't have to deal with them later.
I have no particular preference either way.
Harper doesn't really mind.
Let's slip into this building here. Better if we can minimize the number of guards we have to interact with.
Very well.
Aleph, can you get this door open?
I can certainly try, however, that is not my name.
Right. Aleph, can you open this door?
Human, I can try.
Thank you.
And Faye is interacting with a small terminal next to the door, and the door slides open.
Good job, Aleph.
That is nothing.
Nix will enter the room.
It
Faye
is
will follow.
very clean. The carpet is bright red. The table is polished. There is no one inside.
I was going to say, is there anything of importance we can see?
Not that you can see. As in, it doesn't look like. It looks like a conference room. There are 3 doors.
I can see my face in the reflection of the table.
This troubles you?
I'm just not used to things being this clean. Where do you want to look? Are there any, like, directions or writing on any of the doors?
The middle one says lobby. The other 2 say nothing.
Shall we check out the lobby first, then?
Wouldn't that be the last place you want to go? It's definitely going to be somebody at the reception desk. There might be other people, too.
That's a good point.
Well, we can try a different door then.
That is
Okay.
the top door.
Yes, it is.
It opens into a hallway. There is a door that leads to the lobby and stairs that lead down.
Do you think they would be keeping their secrets in the basement?
I do not know. I suppose the only way to find out would be to look.
Right?
Faye will head down the stairs.
Nix is following.
Harper will follow as well.
There is a steel door, and there is a fancy electronic lock.
Looks like you're up again, Aleph.
That is for success. I believe this lock is using what they refer to as voodoo tech.
And what exactly is voodoo tech?
Alien technology. Anything not from within the human sphere.
I see. Can you get through it?
I could try. There is the potential I could succeed. There is also the opportunity for failure.
What would happen if you failed?
Were I to fail, it would most likely set off an alarm.
What do you think, Harper?
Out of character, I have no idea. I think it's up to Faye. I mean, it's her. She's the one who's going to hack.
Alright, Aleph. Your call. If you think you can get through it, go for it. If you don't, we can come back and try as the last thing we do in this place. Then run out of here as the alarm is set off if we fail.
I have not calculated a specific probability of success.
Aren't calculations like all you do?
I suppose that depends on how you think about it. The human brain could be said to be a computer of sorts, in which case calculations would also be all that you do. I
Nyx,
cannot guarantee success. Would you like me to try or no?
let's keep looking around first. I don't want to trip any alarms this early into our investigation.
As you like. Sorry, Faye will head back up the stairs and head to the other door we didn't try that wasn't ruled out, which is the right door.
You are outside that door. There is no lock.
Yep, she's gonna open it.
You open it, and there is a guard sitting there looking out to where the double doors are. And he hears the door opening behind him. And it's not a full glass room, but there is a window next to him which looks into the lobby, and you can see a guard that is sitting behind that desk in the lobby.
Considering she opened the door, Faye's
It
gonna
should
try
be
and
yeah.
punch this person. Okay, and I'm gonna spend a point of momentum since we have 3. 2 success. She's going to punch him in the jaw and stun him.
And he is still up, as in he spins round as you punch him. He falls back over the front of the desk, and you can tell, though, he is not unconscious, but he is definitely stunned.
Okay.
The second guard hears this, looks up, sees the end of the assault. He stands up, pulls his pistol, and fires 3 shots through the glass, which happen to miss.
Oh.
The glass
Really?
shatters, though. The first bullet, you see the hole punch through the glass and the spider cracks come out, and the second one, it shatters, and all 3 rounds hit the wall in between.
Aleph, what did you do? And Nyx will return fire into the lobby. Kind of pushes Faye down. Nyx points the gun at the guard behind the desk, takes a deep breath in, holds it, breathes out, and fires a well-aimed burst of 2 bullets that fly through the lobby and hit their mark. A perfect headshot on the guard that was shooting from behind the desk. And they slump to the ground, quite dead.
Oh, well, first of all, Harper will holster his pistol and take his rifle off his back. He will move back to where he can watch the door to the lobby. And he will end his turn.
Faye is going to try and stand back up from where Nyx had suddenly shoved her so that she can get room to hit this guard, and she will, not with a ton of precision or skill in this very small space, just sort of whack him in the side of the head, but it is enough. He is no longer just stunned, he is unconscious. And he remains slumped over the desk.
Nyx will back up out of the room.
Yep.
And sigh.
Faye's gonna leave the small room. There's no point in staying in there.
Look, Aleph. Faye. You can't go running off like that. Putting doors,
I
taking
did
coins.
not run off. I said exactly where I was going.
Have you been trained in combat?
Yes, however, I have not been trained in unarmed combat. I did not wish to shoot anyone. What with the parameters I am aware of and the information we have, these guards... I have no reason to kill them unless provoked. He was sitting there and I was not provoked.
Yes, I wouldn't have shot him either. But I also wouldn't have just opened random doors without checking first.
How would one check without opening the door?
Can open it a small amount and look inside.
I did.
Well, whatever. Doesn't matter now.
Very well. I will not open any doors.
I'm not saying you can't open doors, just be smart. I don't know.
I am.
So you claim. Well, they will certainly have heard the gunshots, the breaking glass. Harper, can you secure the lobby? Is that...
Harper will go into the lobby.
And Nyx is following after.
Yep, fail, follow next.
They will move to the opposite side. Aleph, can you make yourself useful? See if you can get a map of this place off the computer there.
Aleph as a collective cannot. I can certainly try.
Give it your best shot. Yes.
Okay, Faye's going to take a look at the computer. There appear to be 2 more rooms in this building, although one of them may have a sub-room within it. There are layouts for the other 2 buildings as well. The basement is not shown.
Any idea what's behind this door?
It appears to be a room dedicated to eating.
A cafeteria?
Correct.
Do you see a way to the next building? There was that corridor we saw from the outside earlier.
Yes, there is a connection from this building to the next, and from that one to the third. Through the cafeteria.
Alright, I suggest we go there before any more guards show up here.
Very well.
And Nyx will push open the door to the cafeteria with their gun drawn.
And there's several bench-style tables with seating. There is no one in there.
Harper will start heading to building 2.
They will keep moving, making a mental note that there could be a guard somewhere behind us, or in front of us, that knows that something's going on.
Okay, fail, follow.
And it has got 4 rows of seats and a large wall that looks like it can be used as a projector.
Is there anything obvious left out on any of the desks, or are they all clean?
Excessively clean, really.
Through this room is a room that connects to the landing pad. Through that room is one more room, which then connects to the next building.
Suppose that's where we should go, then.
There is not much of an option unless you wish to turn around and go back the way we came, or go to the landing pad. Or, I suppose, remain here.
Any movement, Harper?
Not so far.
Alright, then Nyx will open the next door. Are we in the right place?
What do you mean by this question?
Is this really the building that we're supposed to be infiltrating?
I do not believe we are supposed to be infiltrating any building. This is the Magna Obra facility.
It's just strange. There doesn't seem to be much here. Definitely nothing illegal or anything that could suggest there's an underground thing going on.
There is an underground area. We have not yet opened it.
That is true.
May I remind you, we do have a time limit.
There's nothing here worth noting.
I see. Your turn of phrase is very imprecise.
Your face is very imprecise.
That does not make sense.
And they will push open the door on the far side.
It is very cold.
Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Aleph, you're up.
The entirety of Aleph is not present. What would you like me to do?
These are computer servers.
Correct.
They likely have information on them.
They may. They may have a great deal of information on them.
See what you can find out.
Very well.
I will attempt to assist.
I've got 3 success.
And that's another success.
4 success. I am downloading information. Please hold. It will take approximately 10 minutes.
Alright. Harper, secure that door. I'll take the other one.
Harper will secure that door.
And after approximately 10 minutes, Faye will say, I have finished downloading. I am not going to analyze the data now. We have 10 minutes remaining before the security cameras go back to their normal operation. We should hurry.
Alright. Let's move quickly. Nix opens the door that they were guarding.
Which leads to?
Harper will go down the stairs.
Another one.
Correct.
Alright, let me try that door up there first, and then you can try and open this. We'll need a way out of here. And Nix will walk back up and open the door to that bigger room.
And it is the main warehouse area. There's some crates and drums.
Nix sees the door that leads back to the path and assumes that's a way out. But they will go over and make sure it's unlocked. Then Nix will run back to the others. Alright, I've secured our escape route. If you want to try and get in now, even if you set off an alarm, it's not the end of the world.
The moratorium on my opening doors is lifted then?
Whatever you said, you can open doors.
I shall make an attempt. Gonna spend some momentum, I think. That is 2 success.
Okay, you enter the corridor on the right. It appears to be much more basic in its construction compared to what's above. The floor is a industrial tile.
Okay, then she will quickly then Nix will quickly make their way to the opposite side of the hall.
And the door is open. And in this main room, which is largely dirt, has not been completely finished, there is one figure towards the top, and they can see another one in the room at the bottom, and it is talking to someone in a very strange language.
Nyx will try and quietly walk back to the others. There appears to be 2, maybe 3 alien species in the next room with big assault weapons.
I see.
I don't know if there's anything in the room worth going after, but they are definitely alien, not within the human sphere.
Can you describe them?
They have red skin. Most of their body is covered in armor. Except for their arms, which are quite muscular. They stand taller than the average human. They have slight ape-like features for their face. And blondish hair.
Ah, they are Morat. And based on the armor you have described, they are members of the Morat aggression forces. That does not bode well.
Why not?
They are aggressive and violent and the main shock force of the combined army.
So no one will mind if we take them out.
I am sure that they would mind. It is possible that the evolved intelligence would mind.
Harper flicks his weapon off of safe.
And Faye will draw hers.
Alright. We should be able to take them by surprise. But we'll have to move quickly. There's one to the right, one kind of in the middle, and one I couldn't see, but I think they were talking to over near the left. Harper, if you can take the one on the right. Aleph, the middle one.
The one you cannot see?
No, I will attempt to try and find the one that I couldn't see, which means I'll be running into the room. The middle one will likely try and shoot at me. You have to shoot it first. Think you can do that?
I shall attempt.
Alright, let's give it a shot. Walk towards the far end of the room. Going to run into the room and try and round the corner to find the guard that they couldn't see. And start shooting at the guard that is at the bottom. Nick starts spraying the Morat, firing bullets into their armor, and some of them clink off, but most go and find their mark.
So he enters the room, walking, but not like a casual walk, but like he has his gun raised, and he will fire 2 shots at the one he was told to shoot at, the one to the right. So he swings the corner, and he misses his first shot, but the second one hits him in the neck. He seems very taken aback, seeing as somebody just came around the corner and shot 2 shots. But he is still up, I believe, right?
He is, but you think that is a mortal wound, but he's not dead yet. The bullet has torn through its neck and left a foul blood splashed on the rear wall. It is bleeding very heavily. You do not think it's going to survive that wound, but it has not died yet.
So, Faye is looking very intent on shooting this Marat as she was instructed to shoot this Marat. So she walks in purposefully, aims, and hits it right between the eyes with a shot from her pistol. And it falls to the ground.
Nyx gives Faye a thumbs up and continues forward, stepping over the body of the...
The one that you shot through the neck. a lot of the bullets impact around you and miss Faye, but one hits you, knocking you off your feet.
So Harper gets hit. He falls to the ground. He has his rifle's on a sling, so he lets go of it, but it lands on his chest. He picks it up, points up, and fires 2 shots, and the beast lands right on top of him.
And Nyx sees one come out of the other room. Charges out, and you can see that it's about 7 and a bit feet tall, possibly. And it lowers its shoulder, and as you're starting to raise your combi rifle, it slams into you. It knocks you back into the room and sends you tumbling into the ground.
Gonna shoot at it. All right, she will turn the pistol to the new Marat that has charged into the room, and she will fire 2 shots into it. However, on the third one, the pistol jams, and she sort of looks at it in annoyance and realizes that she's going to have to take some to fix that. So
And the Morat feels the pain. You did extra damage, right?
yes, 6 damage total.
And it spins, and it is starting to charge Faye.
Okay, Faye will clear the jam in her pistol. What a wonderful round. Okay, she's moving back and dealing with her jammed pistol.
So, he's charging, Faye steps out of sight, and it disappears into the hallway. This huge lumbering thing appears in front of Faye, and he just sticks his shoulder down and slams into you for 6, sends you tumbling down the hallway. He is out of sight to the other party members. Party action.
Then Nyx will hop to their feet and move towards the center of the room so that they can look down the hallway. Nyx gets to their feet, rushes to the middle of the room, raises their combi rifle, kind of takes a knee to aim, and fires into the back of the Morat. The bullets go through the armor and hit its spine and flops on top of Faye.
Oh, she will get out from underneath it and walk back into the other room. I suppose you found the other one, then.
Yes. I was unable to reach it in time. Stop it from attacking. How are you?
Damaged.
Are you able to continue moving around to get out of here?
Yes.
Good. Harper?
He gets up, kind of picking at casings in his vest. I don't think they penetrated the vest, so I think I'm fine.
Faye's gonna look over one of them, see if they've got anything interesting.
Big guns, as in assault rifle combis, their version of. No, they seem to be brutes.
Nothing interesting. All right. Well, considering we still have not found... It is hard to say what we have found, to be fair, until I analyze the data I have downloaded. We have found nothing physical here to say what happened to the missing agent. Is there anything else to investigate, or do we leave?
Let me check the other room first. Aleph, Harper, you're going to want to take a look at this.
Harper, come look at this.
Faye will enter the room despite not being the entirety of Aleph.
As you turn the corner, you see a Panoceanian Fusilier tied to a chair, unconscious and wounded, probably tortured.
Indigo by Pandra.
Suppose it's possible. Yes. Are you able to heal her?
Harper will grab his first aid kit from his back and attempt to heal. Well, I've helped a little bit, but we need to get her to a hospital. Like, quickly.
Then let's get her out of here. Faye's gonna start undoing the ropes, I guess, if it's ropes. And she can help sort of, I guess she's unconscious, but we can still, two people probably kind of semi-drag her out. So she'll get one of her arms over one of her shoulders and see if one of the others will help as well. Somebody please take her other arm.
Yep. And Nyx will move closer and grab her other arm.
Then let's go.
And you can escape.
Excellent. Okay, yep. Faye is analyzing in the background. Nyx, which nomad ship are you from?
Tunguska.
Ah. How much do you know about Bakunin?
I know a little bit.
Are you aware of a group called the Heatwave Enclave?
I don't believe so. Why do you ask?
I have finished analyzing the data that I downloaded. A large data packet was sent off-world to a group called the Heatwave Enclave on Bakunin. There was also data sent to a research base on Svallerheima. Equipment was sent there as well. There was a list of names of corporate executives and researchers who are all dead except for the executive of Magna Obra, Rosaria Lena, who is listed as missing, although it notes she could be in Borak, in Maracandra, or Turfan. It does seem possible the combined army may be retrieving technology while attempting to destabilize.
I see. Do you think we should go to Bakunin?
I believe we should return to Bureau Noir and inform them of what we have found.
Fair enough. We can see what they want us to do after.
Okay. I guess if nothing happens, we'll go back to where we met the agent.
The Infinity RPG is published by Corvus Belli and Modiphius Entertainment, starring SPG as Harper, Shadow as Nyx, Emily as Faye, and Ghost as the storyteller. Sounds and music from Sirenscape and Epidemic Sound. This has been a Cryptvale production. Thanks so much for listening.